Dr. Umar Johnson is in some hot water yet again. It's really starting to heat up for Umar and is not looking good. People also uncovered some old videos that they believe is more proof that Umar Johnson committed another scam. But before we can investigate that rabbit hole, we have to give the update on this frozen bank account situation that Umar Johnson has told us about. He did a speech in Newark, New Jersey, and during that speech, he gave an update that only landed him in more hot water because he pretty much confirmed what a lot of people has been saying in terms of the scamming allegations and what they believe the long play is. In our last video, we discussed how Umar Johnson told us that his bank accounts have been frozen, not only his personal account, but the business account that apparently had funds in there that he was using to build a school. Now, Umar Johnson has been raising money for the school for about, what, a decade now? So the donations will be the funds that are now frozen and he can't access it. So we thought, okay, that was sketchy. That was weird. That was funny. And then we learned about 2 days ago that right around the same time that Umar Johnson came out and told the public that, his bank accounts were frozen and he can't access the money to the school, we learned that there was a notice given to Umar Johnson that he had about 20 days to pay $72,000 in unpaid taxes, delinquent utilities, et cetera, and city fees, or else the property will be seized. So Umar Johnson conveniently told us my bank account has been frozen. Right around the same time he received the notice that he has to pay this 72,000 or else the school will be seized. Now, a lot of people who've been around criminals their entire life, I'm not saying Umar Johnson is a criminal. I'm just saying we're traumatized. If you've grew up around criminals and shisty and trifling people, then you put the play together. You automatically thought in your head, like I thought as well, man, Umar Johnson told us that bank account has been frozen. So when that school get taken away, for him not paying that $72,000, he can then say the white man froze his account. Right around the same time, the white man gave him 20 days to pay the delinquent fees or have the property seized because the white man didn't want him to build this school for black boys. Peace to Pan-African, my brothers and sisters. Peace to Pan-African, my brothers and sisters. Peace to Pan-African, my brothers and sisters. Maybe I underestimated Dr. Umar Johnson audacity, but apparently people calling out what Umar Johnson was gonna do didn't really stop Umar Johnson from doing just that, because in Newark, New Jersey, Umar Johnson told them folks that to blame the FBI is the FBI fault. He put the blame on the FBI for the bank accounts being frozen right around the same time that he needs to pay the delinquent fees for the school.
I could write a whole chapter on vandalism. They haters. Right?
That's right.
They just got my bank account froze. I got to find out what's going on. When they froze the school's account, bank ain't telling me nothing. They said I found out yesterday, but I was too busy to call them yesterday, so I got to call them Monday. Because if you close the account, give me the damn check so I can open up a new account because we got bills to pay. I don't know if it's the FBI. I don't know if it's Funky Medea. I don't know who did it. But anyway, stay focused. We must stay focused. Either way, they got to give us our money back. You know what I'm saying? So whatever the thing is, I've been with that same bank since I was 14 years old. It's the only bank I've been with them since I got my working papers. And just like that, without a reason, they froze. So my lawyer said, if you don't get an answer Monday, we got to go after them because you should have got a check within 4 days of them shutting the account down. Still ain't got our money yet. And my money is in my account, school money in the school account. See that? So we find out Monday. Y'all can listen to YouTube if y'all want. Anyway, I didn't know more about me than me. Anyway.
After a decade plus of raising money for the school, we now know what the conclusion is going to be here. The conclusion is going to be the city is going to seize the property for unpaid fees. Umar Johnson is going to say it's the white man's fault. He tried his best. Peace to Pan-African. And this was a grand conspiracy, and it's not his fault that the $1.6 million in donations went to waste. Now, if you thought this was audacious by Umar Johnson, lucky for you, you haven't seen the rest of this speech, okay? Umar Johnson then continue. People, we are currently in a position right now where the school could be seized by the city any day now. We're currently in a position where Umar Johnson has been building this school for a decade now, and it hasn't opened up. But Umar Johnson sat in them folks' faces and told them that he's opening up a school in Newark as well. And that if any realtors out there have a school in mind, he has a budget of $500,000 that he wants to pay for a school in Newark, New Jersey. For people, bruh, the, the man was a few minutes removed from telling them his bank account is frozen and he has no money. The school he's been trying to build for 10 years ain't open yet. But yet he's looking them folks in their eyes and letting them know that even though the school I've been trying to open up for 10 years isn't open yet, I need y'all help to find me a new school in Newark. We're going to bring Peace to Pan-African to Newark. Oh, my God. This is bad, bro.
Now, I want to close with this. When I was school hunting in 2017, 2016, 2015, I looked at a school in Newark, New Jersey. It was being rented by a European Jew. I was going to rent the school. Our school was almost in Newark. Y'all don't know this, but you know now. And then the European Jew, no disrespect to the Jewish people, that he looked me up and found out who I was and said, we cannot rent to you. I'm saying all that to say that when we open up the Marcus Garvey Elementary School of the FDMG Academy, as soon as it's ready, we're going to start looking for the next school location. Are y'all following me? So for those of y'all who do real estate in New Jersey, I don't care if it's Newark, Trenton, Camden, Jersey City, my realtors in particular, I need you to find me a nice little school. I don't need no castle. That's a money drain. We don't want no damn castle. I don't want Eastside High Pasadena. No! Get me a school that got about 25, no more than 25 rooms. 25 rooms. I don't need 50. 25 or less. If you find a school, Dr. Umar, they got 12 classrooms. Give me. Dr. Umar, we found a little school in Newark. It got 15 classrooms. Give me. But if we could find us a nice little school, they're not charging but $500,000, $250,000, something around there, we can work with them. Y'all feel me? Because once we open up the first school, the rest of them are going to start popping like popcorn. Do y'all feel me? Yep. They say the first one is the hardest one. And the only thing we got left to do in the first one is what? Put the tile down. And by the way, if there's anybody here who does tile or sells the tile, listen to me, Newark. It's the only thing we got left to do in the school. Put the tile on the concrete. So if there's any brothers and sisters here who lay it or know where we can buy it for a reasonable price, let me know. You got my number. We ready to move now. If you call me today, Dr. Umar, I got a tile supplier and I lay tile. What you gonna charge me to cover up these 12 floors? Let's go. Once the tile done, we applying for certificate of occupancy. We done, y'all. Tile and done. So find me somebody who do tile. And ladies, if you lay tile, we can have a nice little tile party. At ease. So I want to close with a story.
Should we not worry about the first school that's about to be taken by the city? Should we not worry about the first school that you have apparently put millions in, or at least $1 million in, that's still not open yet, bruh? Can we worry about unfreezing the bank account before you sell these folks hopes and dreams of opening up a school in Jersey? Yo, where are you going to get this $500,000 from to pay for that school? Because you said you're never getting a loan and you're never getting a mortgage. You said that you want to pay for this school $500K in cash. but you haven't paid $72,000 in unpaid fees. What's going on here, bro? This is what people is talking about when they say, bro, this man will play in y'all faces, man, and y'all will eat it up. This is insane work, bro. Insane.
I miss you too, man. Dr. Umar needs money. Dr. Umar has never asked for $1 in his life until now. What is this situation? I keep hearing people talk about it. What happened?
Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifatunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal. My personal PayPal account is Umar the Psychologist at yahoo.com. So that's paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/UmarThePsychologist, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, or hit my Apple Pay using my cell number 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. I've never asked the people for $1. I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. I've only asked you to donate to the FDMG Academy for Boys. I don't have any sons. I have 2 daughters. So the FDMG campaign is a selfless project, mission, and service to provide our boys with the education that they deserve. But right now, I don't have any money because my account was frozen by my bank because someone has been trying to hack into my account, hack into FDMG Academy account. So the FDMG Academy account is frozen. My personal account is also frozen. That means we're going to lapse on our utility bills. We're going to lapse on our internet bill. We're going to lapse on a lot of our bills at FDMG. The bank is not giving me a timeline as to when this situation is going to be resolved.
Let me tell you something. That video right there should prove to people that Dr. Umar is exactly who he's always claimed to be. Because Dr. Umar has never asked anybody for a personal dollar. People always think that when he's asking for donations, he's doing it for selfish reasons, but the school is in Delaware. Like, we can't sit here and act like that school is not in Delaware. We can't sit here and act like, he hasn't shown us all the renovations he's done on the school. I think,
So what's that have to do with his personal finances?
He said they froze his account.
What's that got to do with the school?
He says that he's paying all those bills through his personal account.
Well, that's not how you run a school.
Oh, Chris, you're asking too many, the Adderall's kicking in. You're asking the real questions.
So maybe that's
I believe him.
So maybe that's the thing. Maybe Dr. Umar just hasn't been up on his business the way he should have been all of these years.
I think that could be
I just don't think Dr. Umar would get out there and personally ask for money if he was using that money for personal reasons. If he was using the money he was getting for schools for personal reasons, even if his account was frozen, he wouldn't get online and expose himself like this and ask for actual money and tell everybody, hey, my accounts are frozen.
I believe him, man. I believe him.
This is just willful ignorance. They just watched a video where Umar Johnson is telling them, hey, the bank accounts got frozen. So because the bank accounts have been frozen, we're going to fall behind on utility bills and other fees that comes with the school. Umar Johnson didn't tell people, the city was already in proceedings of taking Umar Johnson and FDMG to court to get those unpaid bills and those unpaid utilities and those unpaid taxes and those unpaid fees. The bank accounts were frozen 2 weeks ago. Why weren't the bills paid for this school 3 months prior? Why weren't the bills paid months ago when they were due? The bank accounts just got frozen 2 weeks ago. So why weren't the bills and the utilities and the taxes paid months ago when they were due? And then you tell me that that your greatest fear is you won't be able to pay the bills, hence what? Leading to the school being taken away because the account has been frozen. When you personally, voluntarily rejected the opportunity to pay the bills months ago. Listen, man, I'm not here to call Umar Johnson a scammer, right? Because that's not my place. What I can say is, when it comes to money, there's always inconsistency. For example, people dug up a raffle that Umar Johnson was doing, right, where he was charging women $100 for a date with Dr. Umar Johnson.
This is a question, brothers, you can weigh in. I'm only staying on till 3 o'clock. We got 10 minutes. It's 2:50. I got a question for the queens. Brothers, you can weigh in. I'm thinking about, I was asked to go forward with the date with the doctor fundraiser for FDMG. What do you all think about a date with the doctor fundraiser for FDMG? What do y'all think about a date with the doctor FDMG fundraiser? $100. The sisters will pay a $100 raffle. Sisters will pay $100. And if they win the raffle, they get to pick a social event anywhere in the country. It could be a concert. It could be a sporting event. It could be a festival. We're going to pick her up. I'm going to pick her up. We're going to pay for the hotel, pay for the flight. I'm going to pick her up, take her to the event. We're going to go to dinner. And we're going to drop her back off at the hotel or the Airbnb. I am forbidden to go inside. And she is forbidden to come with me. This is straight above the belt. It will be one-on-one, no escorts. But the sister will choose any event in America, one-day event in America. We will fly her out, put her in a hotel or Airbnb. Dr. Umar will pick her up. Dr. Umar will take her to the social event. Dr. Umar will take her to dinner. Okay, maybe a nice walk out wherever we at as a brother and sister, and I take her back home. Is that acceptable to raise money for FDMG? First of all, will it raise a lot of money? Will it raise, y'all say not 100? We got to do $50. We got HVAC. We got to pay for the $250,000 HVAC. So how y'all want to do this? Knock the raffles down to $50? Can't go below 50. We got to pay for the airplane, hotel, dinner. We're going to take her to a nice place. She get to choose. She chooses where she eat. This ain't no McDonald's. This ain't no IHOP. You feel me? We talking about, I don't know, $300 plate dinner. Okay? What do the ladies think about the date with the doctor? We're going to do 4 of them. East Coast, West Coast, down South, Midwest. East Coast, West Coast, down South, Midwest. East Coast, West Coast, down South.
I don't mean to talk down to y'all, but I have to explain like simple concepts, because some people may not understand what a raffle is. A raffle is people will send in the particular amount. So Umar Johnson said the raffle is $100. Let's say 1,000 people send in $100. Okay, 100 times 10. I don't know. I believe that's about what $10,000. So let's just say 100 people send in $100, and Umar Johnson raised $10,000. Well, only one person wins the raffle. So only one woman will go on a date with Umar Johnson. So hence, she invested only $100, and she was the winner, so she gets the date. Umar Johnson conducted this raffle, but the date never happened. And then Umar Johnson transformed it from, hey, the raffle, and I'm going to take y'all on a date wherever y'all want to go based on this raffle. So Umar Johnson then came back and said it's actually a reality TV show he's going to launch, and the winner of the raffle will be in the reality TV show.
Just wanted to come on here right now to clarify the date with the doctor reality show. I want all my African queens to listen up. I want all my African kings to listen up. I want to clarify the date with the doctor reality show that's going to be kicking off really, really soon. The date with the doctor reality show is really a conversation platform. It is a conversation platform where Black women and I will exchange views and opinions on various issues affecting the world, the African race, and Black women in particular. It will be a platform where Black women can expose their brand, their business and influence the culture of black women and influence the culture for black women. This is going to be an uplifting reality show. There will be no nonsense. It's going to be clean and it's going to be classy. I'm calling it a date with the doctor because that is going to be the ambiance. That's going to be the context. That's going to be the background. It's not a real date. Let me say this again. I am not looking for a wife. The ancestors will send them to me when the time is right. Let me say,
money got taken for the raffle, but this reality TV show never came out. It never amounted to anything. Right? We never heard anything about it. So where did the raffle money go? Where did the money for the raffle go? What did the women who gave the $100 get? We never seen a reality TV show, and as far as we know, the dates never happened. I don't know, man. It's just things like this that you see when it comes to the inconsistency, man, that makes you say, man, bruh. Like, you want to support Umar, you want to believe him, but things like this just make it more difficult, man. But y'all let me know in the comment section, do y'all believe that Umar Johnson is scamming? What do you guys think about Umar Johnson's excuse, man, that the FBI is trying to tear him down? Let me know in the comment section what you think, all right? And if you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen to find out how a huge fight took place at No Jumper today between blacks and Mexicans after this heated podcast. Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.